Hey guys, Brandy Von Holton. Let's learn how to fight. All right. So I have made it a goal to go live every day, and each day of the week has a different theme. And this is my third week in a row to do Let's Fight. Okay. So we have been talking so much about the punch and the rechamber. So I thought I would work on some open hand things. Okay. So we're going to be talking tonight, and this is going to be a quick video. We're going to be talking about the ridge hand and the knife hand, okay? So these two right here, I love a ridge hand, but you know what it reminds me of? It's kind of fighting like a cat, okay? So you know how cats be fighting with one hand? I don't know, it kind of looks like that, okay? So with a ridge hand, so here's a reason that you would even want to do open hand fighting, okay? Your fingers can get caught so easily, and man, you can easily break these bones here. Your wrist can get bent. I mean, more people are taken out of boxing from hand injuries than head injuries, okay? So hand injuries is a real thing. And then females, our hands are kind of delicate, right? And they're not that big. Like my hands are actually pretty small. It's one of the smallest things on me. Like it's time for me to say I can still fit into my earrings from high school, okay? So, all right, so an open hand, and we'll talk another time about, hey Brenda, there's other things that you can do with your hands, okay? But these two are pretty simplistic. So to do a ridge hand, I'm gonna take my thumb and I'm gonna go across, okay? And I'm gonna hit with this part right here. I love a ridge hand so much more. However, there can be issues if you fully extend your elbow, okay? So you have to flex at the very end. Okay, you have to flex, like right now I'm flexing to keep my arm bent, because if not, I'm going to hyperextend my elbow. Now a problem with a ridge hand is when you extend your arms, you can be grabbed, okay, and manipulated. So you have to make sure and rechamber your hands. All right, so to do a ridge hand, this right here, I would probably use it if somebody was coming in close to me and I could step back, okay? And we're gonna do all sorts of fighting things about how to actually move your feet, okay? Because people get all sorts of twisted up in their feet, okay? There's like a very, very specific way to move your feet whenever you're fighting. And you always wanna have one foot on the ground, anyway, and you don't want to get extended. There is so much information about foot movement, but I'm just going to keep on doing little bitty tidbits, and every week, because it's Friday, it's F-A-F-O Friday, okay? And you can make that first F whatever you want it to be. You know which word I would go with. It's like the first letter of fire truck and the last three letters of fire truck, okay? Anyways, so this ridge hand, it's gonna be, I'm gonna put that, my fingers are gonna be together, okay? Because I don't wanna get one peeled off and broken. And plus things are stronger when they're together, just like us, okay? Humans are stronger whenever you're together. I'm gonna put that thumb over into the palm. Now then this creates a nice flat surface, okay? And then from right here, it would be, like if I put my hands up and said, hey, I don't want any problem. But really, I put my hands up to be like, it's go time, mofo, okay? So from right here, it would be if someone's coming, it is here. It goes across. That is called a ridge hand, okay? A ridge hand, if I was gonna hit somebody with a ridge hand, I would try to hit across their face here. I would try to hit across their neck, because you have blood here, you have air here. Okay, you're gonna hit here here. So whenever I'm striking people, it's not because I want to be like, hey, I'm going to beat your butt, right? No, I am trying to just defend myself and then get the heck out of Dodge, okay? As soon as I can just, get that 1 second from them, you need to go. And you need to run so hard that you freaking puke, and you need to be loud, okay? So from right here, a ridge hand is here. And whenever I do this, I come up on the ball of my foot. So I'm here, and I'm going to rotate my entire body here, okay? It's not just hand, okay? Because that would make you a cat. That would make you fight like a cat, okay? We don't want to fight like a cat. Well, I want to fight like a feral cat, okay? But right here, whenever I come up onto the ball of my foot, and I'm going to kind of squat a little bit, I'm fighting them with all of my weight because I've got mass and I've got momentum, okay? Oh, you're an expert in Israel Kung Fu. Dude, that's awesome. I have done Olympic Taekwondo, which is, it's full contact, and they do have sensors on your feet. And then I've done kickboxing, done a little bit of jiu-jitsu and some grappling, and I did a little bit of Muay Thai. So that's what I have experience in. Okay, so from right here, whenever I go to do this ridge hand, you're gonna leave your elbow bent and twist and pop at the very end. And then come back, be like, I don't want any problems. Okay, so there, put on some shorts. Chris, you be quiet. Chris, shh. Only got like 10% dudes. Don't be weird. All right, let's watch me. The other thing is going to be your knife hand, okay? So I'm going to keep my thumb flat here because I don't want to have it sticking out, because man, those thumb breaks, no bueno. Getting your thumb peeled back, it will devastate you, okay? Oh my God, one time I hurt my thumb and I couldn't even do my pants up, and I was a school teacher. So this poor lady with this other teacher, she's like so petite, she had to like undo and do my button up, and we had the same freaking off time, like our planning period. And so I would just put my belly on her. She would be like, oh my, we would laugh so hard. Anyways, you hurt your thumb. You can't even do your shirts up. You can't wash your hair very good. You can't button your pants. So anyways, you want to keep your thumb in. So on the knife edge, it's here. And what I would strike with that would be the face, the neck, okay? And then, boy, you put that across somebody's nose. It don't matter how big they are. They're going to be a little titty baby for like 5 seconds, and then you need to run. Don't be like, I'm going to hit you again and again and again. No, you make them blink. You make them bleed, and then you get the heck out of Dodge. Okay, get the heck out of Dodge. That's all I'm ever trying to do is just, I have the element of surprise on my, with me. You do not want to keep going toe to toe, because like within less than 10 seconds, most fights end up on the ground. You need to pop them and leave. I'm doing a live. You can come in. My husband's here. Oh, you would be excellent. Oh my God, we match. We look like the Smurfs. All right, come here for a second. I got waivers on campsite 1, and they don't need shavings. All right, so my husband's here. Look, we look like the Smurfs. Hey. All right, so a ridge hand. Come right here, David. I was talking to them. I would do a ridge hand here, and I would do a ridge hand here. But you see, whenever I twist here, I'm gonna hurt him. I'm gonna run away. All right. This one right here is like if he's kind of got me turned, and I'm going to strike this way. But I also, boy, if I ever could, I want to hit him with my elbow, because that right there, that's bone.
That's not nice.
That's not nice. I ain't trying to be nice. I'm trying to be live. I'm trying to be, living another day so I can do cool stuff. Oh, all right. So from right here, a knife edge, I'm going to feel that pop at the very end. Like that is what I'm going toward.
I can feel it. You are very close.
I know I'm But I'm going to go for that neck, or I'm going to go across his face, but you have got to hit him and run. Hit him and run, okay? And you run so hard, you run until you puke, and you just puke all over yourself, and you run some more, okay? And don't be saying, help, 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 because don't say help, because people are chicken shits, and they won't help you. You need to say rape, you need to say fire. I don't even know if somebody would help you if they said rape. Need to say fire, because people will watch people's stuff burn. I will tell you, I got attacked in a parking lot before, and it was like in the middle of the day, and nobody came to help me. Nobody's coming to help, God. There's not a, unless I'm there, I'll help you, okay? You say Brandy. Would I ever do a self-defense workshop? Well, heck yeah, I've done that my whole life. I have done all sorts of them. I would probably charge people the same amount that I do for my horse clinics, because that's what I could have made in my horse clinics. Do you need me?
As long as you took care of them.
Yeah, they didn't need shavings. All right, so we have knife edge, and it is right there. Bam. Okay, and when I do that, see how that right there, that movement at the end, that right there, you know what? Everybody just sees me as like a casserole cooker. But see, what they don't realize is I have mass. Dude, you have mass. You have momentum. You have the ability to F someone up. Okay? And people better be happy I'm on the right side of the law. You know that? Do you know I have people bully me? And I'm just like, oh my God. They are so banking on not seeing me in person, and they're so banking on me being reserved. Like, man, that's just like a gamble that I wouldn't take. One of my friends, today we went and I went and rode horses with her. She is 5'11". She is a first generation German, okay? And people were mean to her. And I'm like, oh my God. I told her, between the two of us, we have like 500 pounds of fury, that people are better be happy that we're on the right side of the law. So, anyways, all right, say it again with me. Ridge hand. Boy, I used to jack people up with that. And knife hand. Knife hand is on this side. But you know what? You know that's a little puss finger, right? I mean, so you're hitting here. It's going to hurt. All of this stuff hurts. Even if you win a fight, it's going to hurt, okay? I have won fights and hurt for weeks afterwards, okay? So, I'm doing something fun tomorrow. Thank you. Thanks, girl. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. I am doing something cool tomorrow. So I'm getting ready for a competition that's not this weekend, but next weekend, because I have created this like paradise. We live in paradise. I love what we're doing. It's a little bit of a heavy workload, but I mean, like, I'm a worker. I look like a Smurf right now. My husband was just dressed like a Smurf. We're Smurfs. Okay. We enjoy work, but, I don't get to do very much, you know, and then I don't get to leave here a lot. Well, hey, Ruth, I have entered into 2 competitions that's in October, and one of them is next weekend. So I wanted to play with my mule. So there's a competition in Kansas that's put on by it's called the Kansas Horse Mafia. And I'm going to go there and compete on my mule Jojo tomorrow. And today he 180'd me. So 180s are hard to ride because your animal, like, here was his head and then he like turns it. And that big turn is kind of hard to ride. Anyways, he 180'd me over a frog jumping into a puddle. And I'm like, you're stupid. So I'm going to go and compete at this Kansas Horse Mafia competition tomorrow. And because I need to make myself nervous, I don't get nervous because I've just done too much. And so I get excited, I get anxious, and then y'all, if you've been following me, I have down days, you know, but nervousness, I've done too many things. Like, I fought this 6'6" chick from China named Wang before. You know, like, after you do things like that, You just don't get that nervous. So anyways, I'm going to go tomorrow, and I'm hoping that I make myself nervous so my mule can feel that energy through me, and so I can get ready for the competition that's next weekend. Oh, have fun, be safe. Yeah, I won't do anything that's crazy. I don't care what place I come in, because this is like it's a buckle series, and tomorrow's like their last day. So I'm not in it for anything, right? I'm there to like school my animal. So anyways, that's what I'm doing. And then today I went and rode my mule, and I have been practicing knife throwing, because the competition I'm doing next weekend has knife throwing in it. I'm either like, look like I've never touched a knife in my life, or I look like a total badass. It's nothing in the middle. So I will most definitely record that, but next weekend I'm excited about that, but then I'm kind of bummed, because that competition that's next weekend was supposed to be the finale of my 5th children's book, because it's about my horse, Glamour, who's like my smallest horse, but she's my fiercest. If the world ever goes to shit and I have to go to war on my horse, I'm taking Glamour, okay? Anyways, but she's never won anything, and then she had hurt her chest, so now this competition that I've entered into, and I can't use her. So that book is going to be like, never won anything, you know, and people were judging her by her size, which is small. And then the finale is this horse competition, and then she doesn't get to do it. And I think that's actually going to be I think I'm going to be able to twist it and make it even better, because I'm putting her health before a competition. So I think that's going to be wonderful. And I'm going to have her come to terms, like that in that book, with finding her value without a title. You know what? Like, I just got through with the Chicks and the Sticks, and I had a lady that was a stay-at-home mom, and she's done 30 years with those kiddos. And everybody, whenever I ask them what they do, you know, they said all these jobs, degrees, and all that stuff. And she was just like, I was a stay-at-home mom. And I was like, oh man, that's amazing to give, you know, like your lineage, your children, like your full freaking attention, you know, to develop them. She felt lesser, and I felt jealous. So anyways, I think it's going to be wonderful to have that book, and about how she's my most valued animal. Glamour is my most valued horse, and with no titles. And I love that. I think that's a wonderful lesson for people. All right, so we did Let's Fight. We talked about the knife hand. We talked about, oh, good God. This is the knife hand. We talked about the ridge hand. It's always about having your fingers out of the way. And you know what? If somebody ever attacks you, it's okay if you mess up. Every time I've gotten into a real fight, I've always been so upset because I didn't fight the way that I wish that I did. Somebody just asked me if I had any kids. I do not have any kids. I actually had some cancer of my uterus whenever I was younger. I could have had some children, but it would have been hard on me. And there's some other things that I will announce one of these days, like reasons that I chose not to have children. But I'm happy with my life, and I just help raise everybody else's kids. Okay. And I help their parents believe in themselves, and I help their grandmamas love themselves and have a good life. So, but we've got some cool stuff to learn. We haven't even gotten started on like kicks and stuff, so we still got cool stuff to learn. So I hope that y'all keep coming back for FAFO Friday. And you can say whatever that F, you can say fiddle around, or you can say fire truck around. Y'all have a wonderful night. And I will post pictures and videos how I did tomorrow on my mule. If it takes too dang long, I'll just come home. I just need my mule in the chaos of like hundreds and hundreds of people. So it'll be good for him either way. Y'all have a wonderful, safe night. And remember, as always, strike first. You don't have to wait for somebody to hit you first. If you feel like you're about to get attacked, you are not going to be able to handle a hit. Handling hits is horrible, okay? Don't take a hit. Give a hit and get the heck out of there. Y'all have a wonderful night.